Welcome back to the Annisville playing field for this night match between Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana women. News at the toss is Guyana, they won the toss and decided to have a bowl first. No surprises there. The team for tonight, Guyana, Shemaine Campbell, Ashmini Munisa, Mandy Mangru, Cherry Ann Fraser, Naya Lachman, Shanita Grimman, Liliana Grimman, Shabika Gajnabi, Plafiana Millington making her comeback, Sienna Rettimaya and Katana Mentor. I have Mr. Alanson Cruikshank and he'll give you Trinidad and Tobago 11.
Yes, good night again and to all our viewers. Welcome to this fixture for Trinidad and Tobago. The skipper Anisia Mohammed. We have Chanel Saw, Amrita Ramtahal, Brianna Haricharan, Brittany Cooper, Janaba Joseph, Corbinian Alexander, Leon Kirby, Samara Ramnat, Shalini Samaru, and Steffi Sugrim.
A new opening combination as well for Trinidad and Tobago. Chanel Sao opening up and Brittany Cooper. Usually you'll have Janaba Joseph and Rachel Vincent. She's not playing tonight, replaced by Brianna Haricharan. Another spinner in the attack for Trinidad and Tobago. We've seen 2 games today. Teams batting first won those encounters, amassing totals of over 100, something we've been calling for in this tournament.
Yes, interestingly, the Guyana team, they have elected to chase. I mean, the conditions on the lights may change just a little bit, but we'll see that the pitch has been good for batting, although the teams batting first on both occasions have won.
The Cherry Ann Fraser starts with a wide, a good diving take there by Shemaine Campbell.
Yes, earning her keep there for sure. Skipper Campbell had to dive a long way down the leg side. That one was even wide, I think, to a left-hander. It was very wide. So she needs to get her radar. Cherry Ann
picked up her first wicket of the tournament in that game versus Barbados. Cherry Ann Fraser. Better line that time to Sunel Sao.
Yeah, that's where she would want to be, just around that particular line and length, just around the top of off stump. So forced to defend.
Yeah, it's really no surprises that Guyana decided to bowl first. It's what has worked well for them in this tournament. Looking for a single there, Sao, on heavily packed offside field.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily say the batting has been put on all of the pressure batting second. It could be the case tonight because the pitch has really played well for all the teams batting first in this round. So it might be interesting to see how they chase when they have a higher run rate to achieve.
Another wide delivery in this over. So hasn't quite found her radar consistently, Cherry Ann Fraser.
Yeah, she has been a bit up and down in the tournament. West Indies seam bowler.
Wide on the other side of the pitch, something that she struggled with throughout her career, really.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at that last delivery. She didn't really follow through, almost as if she stopped herself on the crease. That may have contributed to the lack of control on that delivery.
Working this one to the onside. Should be good running between these two batters. They pick up 2. So off the mark is Sunel Sao.
Yeah, it's not a bad decision to have an opening where there's a bit of pace on the ball. Although I'm going to tell you for sure that once Cherry Ann Fraser's spell is done, there isn't going to be much pace after that from the Guyana team. A lot of spinners will be employed. But it's good to have her in this position. She has a good technique, but doesn't really have a lot of power, so at least you could work with the pace that is on offer from the seamers.
better line that time.
Yeah, interestingly, you look at the field. Found that all the teams really haven't really looked at the mid wicket as opposed to a square leg. Get back to that after this delivery.
With offered, but can't pierce the gap.
Yes, the mid wicket has been the favourite position. Not often that you see that. But in this tournament, you have seen that the square leg hasn't been employed quite often, but the mid wicket has been almost ubiquitous.
Nicely driven to finish. But a dot. 5 runs coming after first. Trinidad and Tobago 5 without loss.
Yes, and just to continue that conversation, Stacey, and you have played at this level, female tournament. Is there any particular technical reason why you might think that the mid wicket is favoured over the square leg, even against the seamers?
Well, most of the batters, and we've seen it, they tend to favour that area. It's a favourite hitting areas for women, not just in this tournament. It's an area where they generate most of their power from. So they look to always target that area.
Thank you very much for that insight.
But you saw it today when Jamaica played Barbados, the number of fours that was struck in that region.
Yeah, and I remember that time I was calling for the deep mid wicket that was outside of the power play. Yeah, but it's something that we have seen. Usually when you look at male cricket, you might see them opting to put back the square leg before they put back the mid wicket.
Flafiana Millington back into the side today. Missed out on the last match.
Yeah, so just some interesting little technical nuances and differences that we are observing.
Yeah, she's replacing Tramian Marks in this lineup. Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago, they will be looking to match what, in terms of run scoring, what happened in the first 2 games today. Jamaica getting up to 149 and the Windward Islands getting up to 129. Use of the feet, slamming this one down the ground. Good diving stop there from Liliana Grimmond.
Yes, excellent feeling. Something we have generally seen from the Guyana team.
Just asking her to come straighter. It's a bit too wide, in our opinion. Grimmond. Sweeping this one. Getting underneath the diving Nia Latchman, but he won't get to the ropes. And they managed to pick up 2.
The return was very strong on that occasion. May have been an opportunity for 3. Cooper was thinking about it, but they declined it in the end.
Full one that time. And again, another error in the field. That time from Sienna Retty-Meyer. And it's the first boundary for Trinidad and Tobago off the bat of Sunil Sao.
Very good shot there from Song. She was forward. It was a full toss. Got it in the gap. And was able to find the boundary. Boundaries are in today. Just a reminder for those who were watching the previous rounds. This round, the boundaries are into the 60-meter mark.
Huge appeal. Flafiana Millington. What a riposte from her. Being struck for 4 before, and now she picks up the wicket of Sunil Sao. She's back in the game, Flafiana Millington. Her first wicket of this tournament.
Lovely delivery. Just going on with the arm. She was playing with some turn. It just went on with the arm. And it's a big wicket. Sao just had struck a boundary. So it's the first wicket for the Guyana team. Very important to make these early breakthroughs. We find that the teams that tend to win are those that are able to restrict the top order. And if the top order gets off to a start and are there close to the end of the game, then they tend to post a target that's difficult to overhaul, as we saw in the previous games today.
The new batter now, Janaba Joseph, finds herself coming in at number 3. Hasn't lit up the tournament with bat in hand, opening the batting. Now has a chance at number 3 tonight. I mentioned the sort of intent you saw from Windward Islands in that game that finished a while ago. Similarly, the way Chanel Henry approached her innings as well. Someone from Trinidad and Tobago has to replicate that. The best they've gotten to in this tournament is 114 with Arford. And another blunder in the field, this time from Shabika Gajnabi. Not something we've grown accustomed to from this Guyana outfit.
Yeah, we're under some pressure, as we mentioned very early in the build-up. It's the curry game. Chicken curry versus curry chicken. Not going to say which one is correct just yet. Let the outcome of the game dictate that.
Is that really a thing, Alanson?
Apparently so. I'm telling you, it's a big deal.
Squared her up on that occasion, Joseph. I'll say it's a big game for Janaba Joseph. She's a technically sound batter. But I just find in the last 2 outings, 3 really, she's just not giving herself a chance to get in, walk the ball around, and then look to play those expansive shots. She looks to play those expansive shots right away, and it's gotten her in trouble.
While we're speaking about Joseph, we just want to mention Cherry and Freeze. After that first over, where she struggled a bit with her line and length. Seem to have rectified that now so far in this over.
Yeah, and you'll want to see that. You'll expect that from your West Indies level bowler as well.
Ideally, what you want to see is hitting the straps from ball 1, having played at the international level. But almost as soon as we mentioned it, then the other one was quite wide.
Yeah, very close to being called a wide as well. Driving down the ground, they look for a quick single, taking on the arm of Mentor. A good one in the end. And that ends the over as well. 2 runs coming from it. After the 3rd over, Trinidad and Tobago women, they're 14 for 1.
Was it the wrong end with that throw? Because although Cooper was late in taking off, he was going to the further end. I think that the throw from Mentor could have posed some problems for Joseph coming towards the non-strikers end. But in the end, they got there safely.
Millington to continue, picking up our first wicket in the tournament, that of Sunil Sao. Starts with a wide. So you're seeing some ill discipline with the ball in hand and in the field from Guyana. They started today at the top of the table, flashing outside the off stump that time, Joseph.
Yeah, admittedly, it's a bit uncharacteristic from what we're seeing from them in the tournament so far. But as I said to you before, it's a big fixture for them. It's a big rivalry between these 2 countries in our sport, the cricket in particular.
Similar ball, similar shot played, not able to get back onto it. Yeah, and you look at where Trinidad and Tobago is on the table. Obviously, there'll be some movement. Jamaica winning their game today. Yeah, they're not far away from being at the top. One good win can see them at the top. Back at the top, that is, because they started this tournament with a win and winning their second as well, which saw them at the top of the table after the first 2 rounds.
A very good delivery there from Millington. Just tempting that drive outside the off stump, and with the off spinner bowling, always fraught with danger.
Walking this one to the left of Cherry and Fraser. Well played there by Joseph. Quite a sedate start as well from Trinidad and Tobago. And a dot to finish, just 2 runs coming from the 4th Trinidad and Tobago women, 16 for 1.
16 for 1, 4 overs, 4 runs and over. Again, this is the characteristic start that we have seen from Trinidad and Tobago throughout the tournament. Not much intent as when you compare it probably to the 2 teams that just played the previous fixture, Windward Islands and Leeward Islands. So not much intent in the first few overs. Almost just that determination just to knock it around and maybe try to get going later on in the innings. But we saw that was to their detriment in their last fixture, where they really got stuck against the Windward Islands.
Looking for 2 on that occasion, Joseph. You see any difference in her approach tonight? In terms of her shot selection, usually I said she will look to just try and go big very early, resulting in her dismissal because of the poor choice of shot. Tonight she's looking to walk it around, try and take it deep.
Yeah, I do agree with that approach. The only issue is that the amount of dot balls that are accumulating in that time. What can happen is that some of these deliveries can be dropped at the feet. Maybe a quick single here and there, just to keep the scoreboard ticking along. They do add up.
Use of the feet, but can't get it past Plaffy and a Millington. So some intent there, but can't get it past that packed offside field. Running that first one hard, but didn't get too far away.
Yeah, just looking at the field, it's still the deep third and the fine leg. So no real modifications, I think, just yet. And there's no pressure being exerted by the batting pair to really cause the skipper for Guyana to think something outside of the box.
Nicely worked.
Another single. 19 for 1, so it's almost following the same trend that you have seen from Trinidad and Tobago in the tournament. Just going at about 3 or 4 every power play. 3 or 4 runs per over.
And one short of a length, can't get it away with any sort of power. And after the 5th over, Trinidad and Tobago women 20 for 1.
Yes, 20 for 1, Trinidad and Tobago. 5 overs have been bowled. Continue to go along at 4 runs and over. Cherry and Fraser, 3 overs, none for 11. And the solitary wicket that was taken by Millington will continue now in her third over. She has taken 1 for 9 from 2 overs. So this is really the final over of the power play. You expect to see a little more intent from the Trinidad and Tobago batters in this over. Bowled, as I said, more intent. Looking to sweep was Brittany Cooper, and she has been dismissed, comprehensively bowled by Plafiana Millington. Just looking at that replay, didn't keep her eyes on that delivery long enough to really execute that shot. Saw it out of the hand, but then the head was going around towards this square leg region. And joining me in the commentary box now is Keswick Williams. Good evening to you, Keswick.
Good afternoon, Alanson. Gets me walking into the com box. Brings about some luck for Guyana.
Well, then the Guyanese fans will be happy that you are here, and the Trinidad fans will tell you that you should go back out of the com box. Then.
Oh, that's a lie. I'm really loved in that part of the world, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana as well. What I try to do is keep from the conversation about chicken curry and curry chicken. That way, I keep my fans. Because if I only go about and say that chicken curry is better than curry chicken, then I start losing the fans. So I keep from that kind of argument. I keep it neutral. I just like curry. But good start here from Guyana. Always picking up early wickets in the power play.
So there's a little bit of difference in the batting lineup. We see that Leanne Kirby has been promoted to number 3. I guess probably to add some impetus to the innings.
Yeah, even though she, let's just say maybe she made that, but a few dot balls, the intent to score is there. So you would always want to get a player like her at the top. She looks to score and she's full of experience. This is a quick run. Not sure it was a run there, but they made it happen. It's Kirby.
Yeah, she moved very quickly there, relying on her experience in terms of not necessarily one of the more youthful of the players, but still was able to move there like a 19-year-old.
Yeah, most of the experienced players in this tournament are moving nicely across the ground.
Bit of excitement there. Millington really in the midst of a good spell. She's causing a lot of trouble here in this spell. None of the batters have really gotten a hold of her.
Yeah, playing all around that one. Yeah, played over it is Joseph.
A stumping chance missed there by the skipper Campbell. Will that come back to be something that they rue as the over comes to an end after 6 overs? Trinidad and Tobago, they're 21 for 2. Joseph is on 4 of 13. Kirby has just come to the wicket. She's on 1 of 3. Millington has bowled 3 overs. She has 2 for 10.
A start that we're accustomed to with Trinidad and Tobago. A team that don't really maximize the power play as they may want to. Haven't really scored a lot of runs in this tournament, but what you definitely say about them is that their bowling have been on top. Anisia Mohammed, Sugrim, also Ramnat. Kirby herself has been bowling some good overs.
It's a good delivery, loud appeal, and came up there, almost could have fooled some of the players on the field. Maybe just to count and say how many deliveries have gone.
Can't tell from this angle.
Yeah, definitely wasn't too high, but we needed to see the line to see if it was in front. A good delivery from Grimmon, who opened the bowling in their last match. And we haven't seen some of the other spinners yet for Guyana. I think they have about 5 spinners that they can bowl tonight. So full delivery. Single taken. Didn't really time that shot. Was looking for something down the ground. Was Kirby. Lost her shape. So a good start here from Grimmon.
We have been seeing a lot of changes in the Trinidad top order. This time looks close, pretty close. Yes, it's plumb. Bring your level. Put what you want on it because she's gone.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that one. Just looking at the replay there. Oh my, yes, dead. Dead. Right on the middle of middle. Missing off, missing leg. But hit in the middle of middle. So that's the end there for Janaba Joseph. Just didn't look settled. Caught into minds a lot during this innings. Didn't seem to have a clear mindset as to how to go about this innings. Was just really there, just prodding around.
This is the easiest decision for an umpire. I've never seen a plumber BW in my life.
I think it was plumb enough for her to walk.
Yeah, she should have walked. Definitely.
As the skipper, Anisia Mohammed, comes to the crease with her team in some trouble. 22 for 3. 6.4 overs have gone. Almost seems to be the situation more often than not. 4 teams in this power play and coming out of the power play in this tournament.
Immediately, bat and ball. But if you look at that delivery again, I wish we could have had the replay. Something similar from what we have seen from Cherry today in terms of the pace she bowled on the pitch. That really worked for her. Same sort of pace that we're seeing here from Grimmon. Picked up a first wicket.
It seems to be the type of pitch where if you bowl quickly, it will just slide on. But as soon as you slow it down, give it a bit more revs, give it some time in the air, then the pitch responds with some turn. At the end of 7 overs, Trinidad and Tobago women, they're 22 for 3, going at just over 3 runs and over, after being inserted to bat by the Guyana women team who won the toss.
Yeah, something I've noticed as well is even though it's that slow, nobody's trying to use their feet, get down the pitch, push the ball down the ground. Everybody's looking to go across the line. Hence the reason for so many LBW shouts.
So it will be a change in bowling. Monisa coming in to the bowling. Off spinner. One of their previous spinners, Guyana. And going to Kirby. Shorter length that she's employing. You know, wanting to go too full to Kirby, who has that power to go over mid-off. About length. They're just tucking up with the line as well, not much room. It doesn't really bowl a lot of bad deliveries, Monisa. Type of spinner who maintains a good line and length. Again, attempt to turn that through mid-wicket. Short mid-wicket, Mangru does the feeling. Another dot delivery, 4 dots in this over so far. Pressure building on Kirby. What will happen here? Plays it out calmly, not losing her head. One delivery left in the over. Can Munisa start off with a maiden?
Yeah, she's that type of bowler, isn't she? She's always on the money.
This time some indecision, and it's a maiden for Munisa. So 1 over, no runs. 22 for 3 after 8.
She rushes through her over so quickly.
What we see from her is that there are some of the spinners who are bowling in the competition who get more turn, but she has a lot of control. She generally keeps it on a good length. You don't see too many half volleys or too many long hops from her, or full tosses, or any type of errant delivery.
Yeah, she's one of those type of bowlers that has a lot of control with what she's doing and what she wants to achieve. So she brings a lot of that to the game. You can see her putting revs on the ball as well. So happy that she's in control of what she's doing. International player as well. Looking to sweep. This could be close. She's bold. For a minute, I was thinking it would have been an LBW show, but Griman again. She's bold. Looking to sweep again, similar fashion, something similar to what we saw with Cooper. The off stump has been destroyed. Skipper of the Trinidad and Tobago team, Anisia Mohammed, is going back without scoring. The score is now 22 for 4.
Yes, and looking at that sweep shot, it was just a bit too full in my opinion for the sweep. It would have been better served driving down the ground. Easy to say in hindsight, but really should have been driving that delivery. Looking to sweep one that was a bit too full. Could have aborted it once she realized that the length was not ideal for the sweep shot. The sweep shot, probably more than 80% of the time, is actually a premeditated shot. So she could have probably thought about aborting it midway.
Well, throughout this tournament, she's one of those players that sweeps the ball well. Anisia Mohammed this time not getting any sort of connection. And there's the skipper of the under-19 team, Ramnath, at the crease.
It's Ramnath. Good looking little player. Not much power, but a very good technical player.
Yeah, definitely needs some power. Looking to sweep again. Rightly so, because it was going down the line of the leg stump. It's a wide though. But yeah, she looks good technically. But she needs some power. If you're gonna play and you're gonna meet spinners of this caliber that's gonna use the pitch and bowl a little bit slow into the pitch, you're gonna need some power to hit some boundaries.
Yeah, or even to force it through the field for some twos or singles. That's a very good line and length being maintained here by Griman. She's just gone for 2 runs and she has 1 delivery left to finish her second over. And she's already picked up 2 wickets as well.
Yeah, good returns from her today.
Bowled all over the place. It's another wicket for Griman. Her third. And just maintaining that very good line and length. Hitting the top of the stump. Not full enough to drive. Not short enough to pull or to cut. Ramnath was going back looking to force. And really was beating all ends up. And it's another wicket here for Griman. She now has 3.
Yeah, looking to punch the ball down to the mid-off side. Didn't make connection. Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago really losing their way here. 23 for 5. Another batter going without scoring. This is not looking good for Trinidad and Tobago. Looks like the chicken curry is doing the job.
Well, we'll just wait to see what happens at the end of the game. I'll let you announce it at the end of the game, Desiree. Which Corey wins.
I like to, I'll be honest with you, Alan, I like to keep my fans, keep them happy. But so far, they're doing a fantastic job here, Guyana.
Kirby on strike into Munisa.
Being in a situation like this is Kirby is that she can't really get that free flow. Wicket is tumbling at the other end. She's really trying to go. She's trying her best, but she has to do it safely.
And it brings in the batter, Harry Charan on strike. We didn't see her in the previous fixtures of the tournament, so it's her first game. Brianna Harry Charan, batting at number 7. Needs to really forge a partnership here with the experienced Kobe. For a team they had to get to a decent score. She's off the mark with a single. So the first bit of nerves, I'm sure, would have gone out of her with that single. Always important to get off the mark when you're batting. So brings Kobe back into strike. You see there, Kobe was aiming for something big. The backlift was high, but the length wasn't full enough for her to go down the ground. See, the intention was there.
One thing I know about her, when she hits it, it stays hit. But at this moment, she's in a position that she really can't go. She has to do it safely. Already losing 5 wickets. Just 3 runs to Kirby, 16 deliveries. Cutting straight to Retimaya.
At the end of 10 overs, Trinidad and Tobago, they're 25 for 5, having been inserted by the Guyana team. And at this time, we'll take some refreshments as the players take drinks. We'll be back shortly.
Yes, we're back at the Arnisville playing field. For those who are just joining in, we have Guyana versus Trinidad and Tobago. Guyana batting 25 for 5. Trinidad and Tobago in a bit of a trouble here. Guyana bowling pretty well. Something that we're accustomed to see here in this tournament. They're bowling and fielding. Probably a little bit of mishaps today, but at the end of the day, they have been doing pretty well. More than half the time, they have been taking some wonderful catches, batting well at the start, in the middle. They're bowling. Definitely a sight to see. Going big. It's a drop catch. Going big is Kirby, but she didn't really get a lot on it. Drop catch by Gujnabi, it looks like. She looked like did some damage to herself as well. Not sure what's happening. She's waving to the physio out there. I hope it's nothing too serious. Yeah, just look here. Looks like something to do with her finger. Not sure what's happening with his ankle or fingers, knees. Just have to wait and see.
Yeah, she's a very good outfielder, Gajnabi. I just looked at the replay and it looks as if she twisted her ankle when that ball went down. Didn't expect her to drop that, given the standard that she sets in the field. Shanita Grimman should have had a fourth, but she's down, Gajnabi. Yeah, it looks as if it's her ankle.
Yeah, something to do with her legs, isn't it?
Hello?
She's walking around. Yeah. Not sure what's... But I just need to see the replay again. Well, it was a big swing by Kirby. Didn't really get enough bat on it, because it was well bowled as well. It was a bit slow, flighting delivery, running around nicely. It looks like she was in control as well. No problems there. No problems there. Still looking to see. Still waiting. There, yes. Just a little twist in the ankle. Yeah, yes, that time. Just a little twist in the ankle after the ball fell out her hand. Trying to go back to probably take a return, but just roll over her ankle a little bit. But good recovery from her. A couple of seconds, Stacey.
Maybe felt a lot more pain dropping the catch, Gajnabi. But she's back on her feet now. A good sight for Guyana, certainly.
Yeah, I wish I had those sort of injuries in my day. 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and I'm good again. Yeah, this one just creeping through the legs there. Yeah, definitely the leg by. Yeah, it's all up on Kirby now to really give this letter some long handle. They definitely need that from her.
Yeah, she tried after that second ball in the over, almost being dismissed in the attempt.
Again, down the ground is Kirby. Coming wrong, Gujnabi nicely. Good show as well. That ankle is looking lovely.
Yeah, nice straight hit there from Kirby. Just couldn't find the boundary. Still in some discomfort after she threw that ball in, really, Gajnabi. 29 for 5 now, Trinidad and Tobago women after 11 overs.
Yeah, well, she's running past the umpire. Pretty sure she's going back down to long on. Yeah, she's that type of player. She's that type of feeler. From long on to long on. Just want to make special mention of Mangro. Someone I think that they usually use in the heated areas. Took a wonderful catch in the last game. Also to Retimaya. Still didn't find out if she's from Retimaya though. I definitely have to find that out. Good work from Retimaya there at square leg. Looking to go big again. It's Kirby. Move nothing but air. Subtle celebration from Munisa. Kirby has to go. Just been there for a while trying to go deep. Just 5 runs. 29 for 6.
How many batters have we seen dismissed bowl tonight from Guyana? They're keeping the stumps in check. These spinners. Kirby looking for big runs, unable to get back onto it. And Ashmini Munisa gets on the board, picking up her first wicket of the night.
Yeah. This is some serious dominance here from Guyana, something that we've grown accustomed to. This team usually picks up wickets in the power play and through the middle phase of the game. They continue to pick up bowling points at the top and through the middle, even at the end. So every phase of this game, Guyana have been picking up wickets and put bowling points.
Yeah, the off spinners have been dominating tonight, mainly to the right-handed batters. Now a left-handed batter comes in, Shalini Samaru. 4 batters have been dismissed, bowled tonight. The other was caught, and Janaba Joseph was LBW. Certainly keeping it straight, these spinners for Guyana.
Have definitely bowled well throughout this tournament, not even just tonight. Munisa is the main destroyer. Haven't really picked up a lot of wickets tonight, but you can't really get her out of the 30-yard circle. Sorry, 25. 25 yards, because with female cricket it's 25 yards. Just letting the viewers know that. And that's the one that slides on. This is really smart. You could see the level in terms of these players, the different level in which they play, especially on the field. Just 12 overs gone.
I'm surprised that they're not giving it to Griman so she can finish off her spell. Must say I've been impressed with Griman tonight, particularly to the right-handed batters. If you looked at the previous games, she came into this match with 6 wickets, 4 of them being left-handed batters. She struggled to maintain a consistent line to the right-handed batters, most of the time erring too much on the leg side, sometimes being punished, sometimes being too wide. On the line of the leg stump, that is. Tonight, you've seen the accuracy to the right-handed batters.
Well, it's a long hop. First delivery from Lachman. Couldn't really get it across the boundary. Asking to get the ball up. Saw her taking a stunner in the last game here. Is Lachman. A one-hand stunner. It's 30 runs on the board. Yeah, they need to do better than this, Stacey. They need to find some way of scoring runs.
Not a very short delivery as well from Naya Lachman. Usually consistent in terms of her length, but the first 2 deliveries really should have been punished.
I guess she's back with us now. Sort of left us the first 2 deliveries, but she's back. That's it, Naya. That's it, Naya. It's like you meet those kind of bowlers in cricket. They will bowl you a couple bad deliveries and then that one peach that just picks the edge. Naya Lachman picking up the 7th wicket here for Guyana. Going across Samaru. Easy catch from the skipper, Campbell. Look at that. Celebrations all over.
It's interesting, right? Grimman, the off spinner, was bowling so well, picked up the right-handed batters. Then the skipper decides the left-handed batter is in play. She's going to go to her leg spinner. And she picks up the left-handed batter. Quite interesting, don't you think, Kesrick?
Yeah, it's all about the matchups, but you will think that you will bowl your leg spinner to the right-handers. But you know what? Naya can do it both.
Yeah, really throws a matchup theory out of the window when you see what happened here tonight. 7 wickets down now, Trinidad and Tobago. They're in danger of not being able to get to 50 runs. These two have a history of interesting contests. Kesrick?
Looking to go for a sweep. This one going down the leg side. Running away to the boundary. Mangru is behind of it. It's not going to get there. She's really quick across the ground. They call her crazy legs in Guyana. She's really quick across the ground.
They do? They call her crazy legs?
Ah, yes. She's quick across the ground. You can see how she sprints across the ground nicely. Probably one of the faster fielders. Thank the cameraman for putting her up there so we can get a good look at Mangru, the Guyana sprinter.
Yeah, I was talking about the history of these two teams. Interesting. Might be a painful memory to bring up, but I can recall in a T20 game, Trinidad and Tobago dismissed Guyana women for 38 runs. And in reply, you don't want to guess who won that game.
Stop it, Stacey.
Guyana went on to win the game, bowling Trinidad and Tobago out.
I don't want to hear the answer. So I think I want to leave that conversation right there. It's the first time ever that I'm not interested in having a conversation with Stacey about cricket. Because I don't want to hear the answer for that.
Well, I just had to mention it because...
But you know what? The people want to hear.
I just had to mention it because it's a very low score. I'm not saying it's going to happen once more. But it has happened before. Just means different opposition that I'll be chasing.
Was it good bowling? Was it good bowling to the point that it was so hard to score?
This one in the air. Is it a wicket? She's pleading, Ashmini Munisa, but the umpire is unmoved.
Yeah, I just want to have a look at that again. Yeah, definitely all parts. Good work from the skipper though.
Yeah, it's really tough going for Trinidad and Tobago woman. Looking to use her feet. And oh, this is a simple run out. Another one goes. Corbina Alexander looking to get a run. Brianna Haricharan was not interested. They're looking to see who was run out. And it appears as if Brianna Haricharan was out of her crease.
Oh, guess who, Stacey? Guess who? One of the better fielders in the Guyana unit. Mangru. You don't want to hit it to Mangru and run. You have to be sure. And guess what end she chose it to? The correct end. Straight to the keeper. Easy work for the skipper Campbell. Guyana is really taking charge here of this game.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good fielders in the tournament. Safe to say Mandy Mangru is one of the best.
Take into consideration, Stacey, that she was a wicket keeper. Well, she was the wicket keeper for the first couple of games. Without the gloves, with the gloves, she's a star. Look at that. Easy work. Not really the best of throws, but quality keeper.
Yeah, they're just checking to see which one of the batters is dismissed. Yeah, good take from Campbell.
Well, she's off the field already. Umpire Bratwick just waiting to confirm the decision. Yeah, you can't hit it to her. Not her. Backs out the hands. Oh, we need to get a little closer. Did she get her hands on the bat before? Yeah, we have to look at it closely. We need our camera crew to work with us here. Did she get her hands on the bat before Alexander crossed the line? It looks like they're pretty satisfied with that decision. Just we wanted to get just one more glimpse of it, but I guess the umpires are satisfied with the decision. She left us already. She's probably already in the dressing room for a shower. Yeah, well, it's 34 for 8 now. Umpire Abbott just letting her know it's 3 balls left. 3 legal deliveries in this over to finish a spell. Yeah, wicket to wicket Munisa is going. She's not changing it. She's not looking to do anything different. They're making a clear statement here. They're making a clear statement here. Yes, they are. Guyana. They are really making a clear statement on this tournament. We are here to play. And the bowlers for us is going to do most of the damage. Sugrim, she has to go without scoring. Easy catch for Munisa. Celebrations are ready for Campbell because she knows. Easy work for Guyana.
Yeah, safe to say 2 of the best spin bowling attacks in this tournament. Guyana winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. They're making a meal of Trinidad and Tobago batting lineup. I mentioned that they're in danger of scoring 50. They're 34 for 9, now in danger of not scoring 40 runs in this match. It's really tough going for Trinidad and Tobago women.
We're looking at the score here, 34 for 9. Feeling to eat some chicken curry after this game.
Lead runs on the score, Trinidad and Tobago, on the board, I beg your pardon, Trinidad and Tobago women. Unfortunately for them, it's not been that kind of night.
Just one delivery to finish this over, and a wonderful spell from Munisa. Something that you have grown accustomed to. Just one delivery, and she's asking for a slip, asking Lachman to go at fine leg. And guess who's at slip? It's Mangrove. Yeah, number 1 fielder, number 1 on the back. Let's see. Well, it's a dot to finish. Wonderful spell from her. Ever since she started this tournament, she has been a handful, still is a handful. And if Guyana have any chance of winning this tournament, she has to just continue to perform like this. Ashmini Munisa. Yes. Really fierce competitor. Loves what she's doing, understand what she's doing. I could remember Allenson mentioned the fact that even though at times she don't look to spin the ball, just the fact that she understands what she's doing, bowls good pace on the pitch, and really good control. But it's Latchman with ball in hand now. Looking to wrap things up here for Guyana. This could be gone. This could be out. Oh, diving effort from Campbell. Looks to me like it hit the glove on the way through. Yeah, definitely hit the glove. Good diving effort from the skipper. Full stretch. This is the kind of effort that you need, especially when you're getting it from your skipper. It sort of lift the vibes in the camp. Lift the mood as well.
Corbin Alexander and Amrita Ramtahal. Team will be hoping that they can bat the remaining overs at least.
Diving effort from Retimaya. Good work from Grimman. Good work from Grimman. Look at this work. She is ecstatic in the field. Guyana, what a game. They are playing a wonderful cricket game. They're doing everything right. They're bowling well. They're feeling well. And they are really looking like they want to win this tournament here, Stacey.
Yeah, wow, from Guyana has just blown the batting lineup out of the water for Trinidad and Tobago. Shot them down just for 35 runs. An excellent piece of ground fielding from Liliana Grimman. Perfect throw into the glove. Strong from Grimman. And Carmina Alexander was nowhere in the picture when that run out was executed.
Yeah, easy work here for Guyana. 34 all out here. Not the position that they want to be in, Trinidad and Tobago, but good work here from Guyana. We'll take a break here in the come box and we'll be back to continue proceedings here as Guyana pad up and get ready to bat in the second innings.
Welcome back to Annisville Playing Field. And no, the picture on your screen is correct. Trinidad and Tobago women, they have been dismissed just for 35 runs. Guyana women, they need 36 runs for victory. No surprises that they have a spinner to open the bowling, usually does, Anisa Mohammed. Two opening batters. That opening combination for Guyana has given them some issues. We've seen a number of changes from them so far. Hasn't found the right person to partner. Liliana Griban at the top. Mandy Mangru now takes up that other opening spot. Alanson Cruikshank, good night.
Good night, Stacey. Good night to all our viewers. Really an underwhelming performance with the bat from Trinidad and Tobago, but they have the ball in hand now, and they still have a chance of pulling off what is highly improbable and defending 34 runs. 35 runs, correction.
Right away, gets it into the gap. It won't get to the boundary, but the running is good. They're looking for 3, but Grimmond is actually, Mandy has turned her back on that. So they pick up 2 to start. It's a good intent as usual from Liliana Grimmond.
Yeah, that's a bit too short there from Anicia. She was able to get it in the gap. Everybody is in the circle correctly with that little bit of runs on the board, so wickets are in. Lovely delivery.
Yeah, certainly. Better line, better length from the veteran Anisa Mohammed. This is one thing I know, they'll definitely come out fighting Trinidad and Tobago, although the score is low. With Orford. A misfield there by Brianna Haricharan. And Grimmond steals a single.
On 3 without loss.
Beats outside the off stump, Mandy Mangu. Innovation from Mandy Mangu. She gets off this mark and gets off strike as well.
Just taking out the reverse sweep. Mangu.
Yeah, dot to finish, but 4 runs coming from the first. Guyana women, 4 without loss.
Yes, a good over for the batting team, but also some good signs there from Mohammed. Beating the bat on a few occasions, but such is the paltry nature of the score that they have already crossed more than 10% of the runs that they need to make, having made only 4 runs so far in the first over. So it will require a Herculean effort here from Trinidad and Tobago, if they are to restrict the Guyana team and prevent them from making these 36 runs that they are targeting.
Yeah, the leading wicket taker in the tournament now, Steffi Sugrim. 3 bowlers are on 9 wickets, but her economy is better than the others. You have Shanita Grimmond with 9 and Keelia Elliott with 9 also. But her economy rate is less than 3. Sugrim, if you want to continue your wicket-taking ways in this match.
There's a very good bowler in the power play in particular. Bowls very good restrictive lines and lengths.
Can't beat the fielder that time, Mandy Mangu. trying to cut and missing. So 2 dot deliveries now. Something we've grown accustomed to from Steffi Sugrim in this phase of the game. Getting a bit of an edge that time. They'll take them any way they can get them, Guyana.
It's an educated edge, just a bit of turn away from the right hander there from Sugrim. So takes the score to 5 without loss. There's a slip in place, so Captain Mohammed was looking for maybe a finer edge than the one that just came off the bat of Mango.
This one aerially. And a good diving catch from Janaba Joseph. Liliana Griman has to go back, and Steffi Sugrim with 10 wickets now, continuing her wicket-taking prowess in the power play.
Well, that's the first wicket, and such is the nature of the game that you never know. Never know. Cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. First wicket taken there by the Trinidad and Tobago team. Griman not really get it across to that for that cut shot. The ball turning away. Strong bottom-handed player is Griman. Seemed to really undercut the delivery there with that shot, opposed to rolling the wrist over the cut shot.
Yeah, Shabika Gajnabi now maintains her position at 3. As some good starts in this tournament, was run out in the last encounter. She has looked busy in this tournament in terms of how she accumulates runs. Gajnabi. Tighter line there from Steffi Sugrim. Good variation from her.
You know what, this is not going to be straightforward unless somebody really grabs the game by the scruff of the neck.
Some width offered, but cannot beat the offside field at the end of 2. Guyana women 5-4-1.
It's 5-4 after 2 overs. 2.5 required run rate 1.7. I think the important thing here for Guyana is they have to make sure that they keep their wickets in hand and knock the ball around. Because I think once Trinidad, the only way that Trinidad and Tobago could win the game is by bowling them out. They're not going to restrict them to less than 35 and 20 overs, so they need to get all 10 wickets.
Anisa Mohammed with a second over in the power play. That one kept really low.
One method of addressing low totals that some teams employ is to have 1 or 2 designated players in the top order who will go very hard at the bowling.
This one hit uppishly, but in the gap straight, and they managed to pick up 2 runs. Safe shot in the end from Mandy.
It's a very good shot. Doesn't have a lot of power, Mango, but it was well placed. I think that probably a stronger player may have gotten that to the boundary for 4. She's shaping well.
There's an appeal. That one was extremely close to the off stump as well, Allenson.
Just playing inside the line, a bit of drift away from the right hander there from Mohammed.
Looks to take her on to the leg side. This might get to the boundary. No, it doesn't. just holds up, and they did not run 3. So just ran 2. Probably should have looked to take on the field and get a third run there. These 2 batters in the middle, fit players. Goes down the ground again and in the hands of Leon Kirby. And Mandy Mangrove looking to take on Anisa Mohammed, holds out to that mid-on fielder.
Yeah, that's not her game. I mean, we saw that in a couple of deliveries ago that she actually struck that one cleanly from the middle of the bat, but it didn't go that far. This time, just a slight miscue, and really doesn't have a lot of power. So, easy catch in the end there for Kobe. And as I said before, it's not going to be straightforward unless somebody is able to take the game by the scruff of the neck, because the pressure will be upon them.
Yeah, well judged catch by Leon Kirby. Mandy Mangu, really no need for that given the total that they have on the board that they have to chase. Mentioned the lack of power that she possesses. We've seen her implement a number of sweeps, looking to reverse sweep as well. Not a lot of batters in the Caribbean, men and women, play those sorts of shots. So that might be something that she could continue to look to develop to these spinners rather than looking to take them on down the ground.
Yes, use the pace of the spinner because, as we said before, it doesn't really possess a lot of power. So that was not the best option for her, even if she wants to take on the spinner at the top of the innings.
Shemaine Campbell now. The defensive prod to start. Ends the over as well. 4 runs coming from it at the end of 3. Guyana 9 for 2.
27 needed from Guyana from 17 overs, but they have already lost 2 wickets, so Trinidad and Tobago making their presence felt in the field, even though they have made just a very tiny total in 35 all out.
And these are the 2 experienced, 2 of the most experienced batters in the lineup for Guyana. Uses her feet to perfection that time. Gajnabi, and she picks up a boundary as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, taking the game by the scruff of the neck. If you have the options that you can score, Sugrim doesn't get a lot of turn, so it's a good option to go down the ground. Got to the pitch, a very good shot, so we'll execute it there from Gajnabi.
Yeah, importantly as well, she looked to go straight. Perhaps could have been in trouble if she had tried to take it to the leg side. It's a really good option from her. On the back foot this time, cannot pierce that offside. Using the feet again. Had a run out between these 2 in that last game versus Barbados. Gajnabi looked like she wanted the single because of misfield. Luckily, Shemaine Campbell sent her back early.
Yeah, the ball didn't really go far from the fielder. It was a misfield, yes, but the ball was right next to the fielder, Harry Chan.
On the leg side that time, an appeal goes up from Mohammed in slip, but that was nowhere near the stumps. Again, hitting it straight to that fielder, Brianna Haricharan. Picking her out quite nicely is Gajnabi here. A productive option from her, you say, Gajnabi, looking to use her feet to Steffi Sugrim. At the end of 4, Guyana 13 for 2.
It's 13 for 2. They require another 23 runs to win from 16 overs. So the run rate is not in question. What really is in question is whether these teams can hold their nerves and get them, and either one of them can get themselves over the line tonight. Really should not be a score that really holds any demons to chase, but never know with cricket. We've seen the pressure get too many.
New bowler, Samara Ramna. Campbell as well using her feet. That's something you see from her. Gets with that time, but again, just like Gajnabi in the over before, picks out Brianna Haricharan.
Yeah, they haven't been able to find a gap on a few of these shots.
Using the feet, slamming that down the ground with power. Can't find the gap on the offside. She finds it straight, and she gets off the mark in style.
Yes, and this is what I'm talking about. When you only need about 36 to win, I mean, really just needs someone to hit just maybe 2 or 3 boundaries, and the game totally changes complexion. You don't have to go out of the way to go looking for them either, because the rate is not exorbitant.
Again using the feet and over Leanne Kirby. So really well played again from Shemaine Campbell, showing all her experience.
And this is a good approach by the captain. As I said before, it would not be straightforward unless somebody takes the game by the scruff of the neck, and that is exactly what the skipper is doing.
Back-to-back boundaries now. I think I counted 1 boundary in that innings for Trinidad and Tobago. Tries to go again. Loses her shape on that occasion.
He's just trying to hit that one too hard. Doesn't want to get carried away. She's already doing well in the over. 21, only 15 needed.
And she's a bit deeper now as well, Leanne Kirby, just outside the 25-yard circle. Eight runs coming from that over. 2 boundaries in it, Guyana at the end of 5, 21 for 2.
Interestingly, I think that Trinidad and Tobago were at the same score after 5 overs, 21 for 2. So you never know with cricket. But of course, the difference is that Guyana know that they only need to make 15 runs from 15 overs. Sugrim to continue. Fuller delivery. Single taken there by Gajnabi. See that the mid-off and the mid-on, they have just been put just a bit outside of the circle. So both players are looking to use their feet and hit straight. Wide, so extra added to the total, 23 for 2. 13 now needed for Guyana. Only 3 hits away. It's a tight single, but should be comfortably enough in the end. It was a good call there from Gajnabi, and well responded to by the skipper Campbell.
Yeah, looking to use her feet once more, Campbell, and that's one of the notable difference between these two batting lineup. Guyana women, by way of Campbell and Gajnabi, they've employed coming down the track to the spinners. And again.
Yes, looking to use her feet all the time now is Gajnabi. Looking to go straight as well, which is the best option. Adjustment being made here, or having been made by the skipper for Trinidad. Deep set mid-off and mid-on. Just pulling her length back. Probably expecting another charge on the wicket there on that occasion, Sugden. This time goes down the ground. And another 4. B score be to her left. So 4 more runs to the total. 7 needed now for Guyana. And really we should be out of here quite shortly and getting home early tonight. Stacey.
Yeah, again using the feet. That was a brilliant shot from Campbell. Using the angle, going with the angle of the spin, hitting it past Leon Kirby's left hand as well, ensuring that she would get the boundary. We're certainly looking to finish it in a hurry now, Guyana.
So dot delivery to end the over. Guyana needs 7 from 14 overs. They are 29 for 2. Campbell is on 13 off 11. Gajnabi 6 off 10 deliveries. And really, we're just waiting for the game to conclude here now. Harry Charan being introduced to the bowling crease. First time we'll be seeing her for the tournament. It'll be interesting to see how she goes. Leg spinner.
Number of leg spinners in this tournament as well, Alanson. Seems to be an area that West Indies are focusing on, men and women. Seen a number of leg spinners in this tournament. What have you make of what you've seen so far from them?
Well, they've definitely been among the wickets. As you would expect with leg spinners, you have some deliveries in and amongst those packages, but they have taken quite a few wickets. Fletcher the most experienced and has definitely shown that by her consistency. As this one is struck over square leg for 4 by Gajnabi. Only 3 runs needed now to win. That one was a long hop and it got what it deserved.
And too short from Harry Charan to start, and with the fielders up, it was just too simple for Gajnabi. Didn't have to use her feet that time, just waited on it and placed it over the infield.
Follow one. Use of the feet again, but has basically yorked herself there by just getting too close to the pitch. This one, that's the game. Over long on. And one bounce into the boundary for 4. Gajnabi and Campbell, they have wrapped it up here for Guyana. 37 for 2. 6.3 overs is all they needed to complete the game. Handshakes all around. Stacey.
Yeah, a wonderful exhibition of spin bowling by Guyana to start, and the experience of Campbell and Gajnabi finishing things off with bat in hand. Maintains their position at the top of the table, looking for a final. It's the Guyana women, they've wrapped things up here pretty quickly, defeating Trinidad and Tobago women quickly here tonight. We'll be back here on maiden ninth. We'll be back here on maiden ninth for another action-packed last round in this tournament before we get to the final on the 11th. We've seen some action here today. We've seen 100 registered, and we've also seen the lowest score in this tournament by Trinidad and Tobago women.
Yes, and just to have a look at what is to come in the tournament as we have the players giving the handshakes as is customary.
Yeah, and that was nice from Anisa Mohammed. You saw her having a long chat with the young spinner, young half spinner, Ashmini Munisa. Saw that she gave her a pat on her shoulder as well. Probably just telling her to continue her good work. And that's good to see from the opposition.
Yes, and we have one round left, Stacey. And on Friday, we have 3 games again. Trinidad will take on the Leewards firstly at 10 a.m. Then at 2:30 p.m., Jamaica will take on Guyana. This will be a very interesting game between those who are probably close to the top of the table. Windies against Barbados at 7 p.m. And then the finals will be on Sunday, 11th May at 6 p.m. So you cannot afford to miss it. And on behalf of Stacey and Adams and Keswick Williams, it's me, Alanson Cruikshank, signing off tonight from the Hardinsville playing field for the Cricket West Indies Women's T20 Blaze. It's good evening.